If you haven't heard the great news yet, it is officially time to check back into the Has Been Hotel. Season 2 has officially dropped on Amazon Prime, and I gotta say, I am having a fantastic time watching these brand new episodes. Season 1 left us off on a pretty big cliffhanger, with Charlie and the gang winning the fight against Adam, rebuilding the hotel that was destroyed, and seeing Sir Pentious, who sacrificed himself for his friends, get redeemed and go into heaven. But it did leave a lot of questions lingering around. For example, the Vees are the main villains of the brand new season, and they were teasing about what could possibly happen with what they could be doing within the brand new season as well. Not to mention there was a deal that Alistor made in order to become the most powerful sinner in all of hell. And while it's great to see that Charlie's dream of redemption actually can be possible, there's only one subject that I really want to talk about within this video. And that is of course my favorite character of the show, Alistor, with some shocking new reveals that honestly I was not expecting to see. Not to mention a lot of other secrets about Alistor's past have been revealed recently, and I'm really excited to talk about it with you guys right now, because honestly, I just really love this show. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? My name is AnimaTD, and I want to thank you so much for tuning into this brand new video. Now guys, as always, I'm a huge fan of this show. I fell in love with the first season, and honestly, I just really fell in love with this character in particular because he's just really cool, and it's the radio demon, and just so much stuff about him was just not known until now, and it's really cool to just sit down and finally talk about it. I think it's going to be really fun. Now in the past, we did make a video about something similar to this as well, talking about Alistor's hidden deal, and it gave us a lot of insight about things that I kind of already knew that was going to happen. But now with the brand new episodes that just released this week, there's so many things in that video that I know for sure I was right about. So if you want to go back and watch that previous video, please, I do encourage it. I think it's definitely worth the watch. Ahead of time, there is going to be minor spoilers to the brand new episodes that just came out. So if you haven't watched, I recommend you pause this video, go watch those, and then come back and let's discuss the topic together, because I really cannot wait to talk about this with you guys for sure. Now, as we know, Alistor has been known as the radio demon in hell for quite some time. Much of his past was shrouded in mystery within the first season, with really only a little bit of insight from Vox as well as his friend Mimsy from the previous season. Mimsy talking about his rise to power as a radio demon, and Vox only simply mentioning the fact that him and Alistor had a previous past. But one of the main things that we really knew about Alistor was the fact that he made a deal with somebody in order to become as powerful as he was, meaning that he made a deal with another demon in order to gain his power in hell. This is a very well-kept secret, meaning that none of the other overlords know about it, with the only exception being Husk, who has his soul owned by Alistor himself. Not much is really said about how much Husk knows, but I guarantee that he, being a former overlord himself, knows a little bit more about things. But I highly doubt Alistor would have told him. Again, Alistor is a very powerful overlord. Tales and rumors have been spread rampant over the years about how powerful he is, with him also being able to take out other overlords. So who would be powerful enough to actually own his soul? But much really wasn't exactly known about who he made the deal with until now. Earlier this week, episodes 3 and 4 of Has Been Hotel season 2 dropped on Amazon Prime, and episode 4 gave us a lot of insight about basically everything we just previously said. We got more of a look into Alistor's past, who he made his deal with, and more history between him and Vox. At the beginning of episode 4, we get to see the damage that Adam did to Alistor and how it affected him, leaving his staff quite broken and a gigantic scar across his chest. After an interaction with Charlie's dad, Lucifer, Alistor then decides to quit the hotel and makes his way over to Cannibal Town, where he has a chat with Rosie, the overlord that runs Cannibal Town. As we all know, we were introduced to Rosie in season 1, and it was shown that her and Alistor had quite a past. But what most people don't realize is that there's an exact reason for this. That is because Rosie is the actual demon who owns Alistor's soul. After finding out that Alistor made a deal with Rosie, we get to exactly see how they first met, which was when Alistor was alive back in the 1930s. We get to see Alistor's life in the human world. We got to see how he lived his life, hustled his way into his own radio show, and we get to see how he interacted with his fellow peers in Louisiana in the 1930s. But he did face a lot of disrespect, with it being shown that a man spilled wine on his shirt only for Alistor to kill him later on. Later on, see a cabin where Alistor has many more victims lying about. But during this sequence, we get to see that Alistor is actually trying to contact the demon world, which successfully he does, managing to get in contact with Rosie and end up making a deal with her. Knowing that he's going to hell due to his heinous crimes, he makes the deal for when he dies and ends up in hell, he wants to become the most powerful sinner in all of hell, keeping his power and still being able to, quote, enjoy his fun, to which we see Rosie happily accepts, on the condition that Alistor does something for her, and until he completes the task, his soul will belong to her. Happily, he accepts the deal, only for the next day for him to end up being killed for being mistaken as a deer. Thus, he arrives in hell, to where we now know him as the radio demon in hell. Now, I will say, I really do like the fact that we got a little bit of insight back into Alistor's backstory. I do like the fact that we actually get to see what he looked like as a human, and how exactly we got to see him be part of his own radio show when he was alive. Now, I won't lie, I know the show leaked a while while back, and I did happen to see some of the leaks. And honestly, with the leaks, we got to see a lot of design changes for human Alistor, and honestly, I'm at mixed emotions with it, because honestly, I like both designs a lot. But his official canon design really does make me happy, and I only wish we got to see more of it. And it seems really mysterious due to the fact that Alistor made a deal and the next day he happens to die and end up in hell. Sounds like a weird coincidence to me. But whether or not this will be revealed as something that was planned out or simply just a mere coincidence later on, we'll just have to tune in and see. Now, knowing that Rosie is the one that owns Alistor's soul is really interesting to me, because you would never have thought that she would be the one to own it. It's been teased that Rosie is a powerful overlord with many secrets hidden behind her, according to the show's creator, Vees Medrano. And we'll have more of an insight about who Rosie exactly is later on in season 3. She may be the overlord of Cannibal Town, but she still holds many secrets, which has caused a lot of online conspiracies and theories. I won't dive into all of those in this video, and I might make another video later on, but just know Rosie might not be who she actually says she is, which is very interesting to me. After his meeting with Rosie, he tries to figure out a way to get out of his deal. He comes up with an idea, which is not revealed to us just yet. In the next scene, we get to see Alistor finally interact face to face with Vox, and not just in a stayed gone sequence. Alistor fights Vox and the rest of the Vees within the city, and puts up a really good, interesting fight against the three of them. Even nerfed with his powers not working, he managed to take on all three. He actually gets saved by both Nifty and Husk due to the fact that Nifty actually saw Alistor fighting Vox in the news, went to the hotel to get Husk, and all three end up fighting the rest of the Vees within the city, which is kind of funny to me because I like the interaction of both Husk and Nifty. I think that was just really cool in my personal opinion. I don't know. Husk and Nifty get taken out by both of the Vees, with Alistor telling Vox to call off his goons in order to make a brand new deal. He makes a deal with Vox to go on ahead and let Nifty and Husk return home and to not touch Charlie Morningstar. And in return, Alistor would be Vox's prisoner, to which happily Vox accepts. After a whole sequence of Vox showing that he beat Alistor, we go back to the Vees Tower, where it's revealed that Vox and Alistor have known each other for a really long time. About 70 years prior before the interaction of Alistor and the Has-Been Hotel, we get to see older designs of both Vox and Alistor, with Alistor being in his pilot outfit and Vox sporting an old style TV, more likely from the 2000s era. During this, it is revealed that Vox asked Alistor to join his team as the both of them could become the most powerful sinners in all of hell and rule hell together. And while it was teased back in the original season that Alistor said no, we get to see that part fully play out, meaning that Alistor simply just laughed at the idea and told Vox that it was a horrible thing and laughed at the idea of a partnership. So now we get to see Vox's perspective of what actually happened during that day. Now, I won't lie, this is honestly a really crazy reveal because we only got to see Alistor talk about how he said no without knowing exactly what happened. And honestly, this moment kind of made Alistor a little bit more sadistic, if anything. Like, it made you feel bad for Vox almost. But honestly, I kind of can see that the fact that Alistor might be hesitant about any partnerships due to the fact that people used him while he was alive and Rosie was currently using him for a deal. So having the idea of another partnership to where he could possibly be used and abused later on makes it seem natural as to why Alistor said no. It actually leaves a lot more mystery to Alistor's character a little bit more, but in some people's opinion, it actually makes sense as to why he said no to partnering up with Vox. But I will say though, this brand new episode definitely gave a lot of things, and honestly, it was probably one of my favorite episodes so far. This season so far has honestly been really enjoyable. Honestly, my favorite episode so far is episode 4, obviously because it's more Alistor focused, but honestly, I have been really enjoying it. Not to mention the musical numbers have been honestly the best within the season so far. Both Don't You Forget and Don't You Forget the Reprise have been non-stop being replayed on my playlist this past week. They have just been really good songs. And I really want to know what exactly could happen between the deal with Alistor and Vox, because there's something that's not being said and being teased quite a bit, and I want to see if Vox is actually successful in taking over heaven, because like that would be really weird, right? Like just to see him actually be able to do that would be pretty cool, honestly. There's only 4 more episodes with the brand new season, but there's still so much that hasn't been revealed yet. Again, I love this show so much, and honestly, I simply can't wait to see what happens, because it's making me nervous, and honestly, I just need to see the rest of it. I think it's going to be really cool. Now guys, let me know your thoughts. If you have watched the brand new season of Has-Been Hotel, what are your thoughts on it? Do you like it or do you hate it so far? If you have any cool ideas as well as theories, leave them down in the comment section below, because I really want to see what you guys think is going to happen within this brand new season. Do you think Alistor will be free of his deal with Rosie within this new season? And what do you think will happen with Alistor and Vox's deal? Will it backfire or will it benefit both of them? Let me know in the comments below. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up this video. Once again, I want to thank you so much for tuning in, and if you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're brand new, and don't forget to turn on notifications for more cartoon news and reviews coming to you real soon. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up this video. Once again, my name is AnimaTD, and I hope that you go on ahead and tune in next time.